Good morning. I've had to come out because we've got really dramatic, fast moving skies. Showers predicted, so got my wet gear on, and I'm probably going to end up at my favourite lone tree again, but I think it could make for a fantastic image with this sky formations that we're getting, and then the penetrating light through them. So if it keeps up as it is, it's going to be a super morning. I'm hopefully going to try and find some other areas as well on the way that I can photograph. So I've got a 20-minute walk, if not a bit further, and so I'll catch you guys in a bit when I've found a composition, and we'll have a look, see what we can get that's a little bit different. I might even do a long exposure because of the clouds that are pulling. I might just try long exposure as well, we'll see. Not promising on that one, but we'll see. Well, we're getting close now to my favourite lone tree again. What I've got to look out for this time, which is totally different, is that camera movement. So I am going to up the ISO so I get a faster shutter speed, because what I'm worried about is it's quite windy, and with the long lens it's going to be vibrating like a buggery, and ideally I should have brought my bigger tripod, but I might be able to sort of lower the tripod a little bit as well and protect it from the wind. So I'm more worried about the shake on the lens. So now I did take a photo from around this area the other day, but I think my best image is actually in the other field looking back. This grass is growing in the field beautifully, and this is another reason why I want to capture it this time, because it's quite short. It's about 6 inches high, the grass, and because we've got these clouds rolling by, it's rolling through the fields, and the fields really got lovely rolls, ups and dips, and so I should be able to catch that quite nice. So that's my plan. I don't think I've brought my ND filter, so maybe a long exposure's out the game. The other reason why it might be out the game is because of this wind. I think I might get too much camera shake, but if I've got the filter, I will try it, I think, just see if I can get around it, but I will up the ISO when I'm shooting normal. Obviously when a long exposure, I've just got to pick my moment, try and shield it. Now the other weapon I've got, and why I never bought one before I'll never know, but a good friend of mine on one of my last videos recommended getting an umbrella, so I have. So Alan, thank you very much, I've brought one, and it's a little hiking brolly. Bloody hell, it's brilliant. I don't really fare like in the wind, but as brollies goes, it's the brolly of brollies. It's super brolly. So if I got time, I'll have to show you, or if I need it. Now I wouldn't mind actual shower. I could put up with a shower because it would look superb. And it's one of them days where it's going to shower rainbows and things like that. And that's another reason why I've come out, to capture all that detail in the sky. Right, I've got another couple of minutes walk and I shall be hopefully setting up for a lovely image. Now I do apologise I keep photographing this lone tree, but it is a super image, and like I say, the difference today is that dramatic skies and trying to control the wind, so it's slightly different, a little different twist on it, but it's going to be pretty much the same image, and I'm probably going to be cloning the other trees out. One sort of drifts into the image a little bit, but we'll see what happens. And then I'll probably take a photo of the track that runs to the right hand side of it, and I might even blend them together like I had before, because that track really works and it's still very prominent within the field. So right, let's crack on. Like I say, another couple of minutes I'll be in situ and we'll get an image. ISO 100, which I'm just going to see if I can get this shot and see if the tree's nice and sharp, and then it's just a matter of wait for the light to bounce off the foreground there. Just get a bit more of the foreground. I think I'm going to get away with that, but we'll see. So I'm going to take a test shot, see if I can get away with that. Get a nice bit of light in it now, so let's just take a shot. I've manually focused, and so the tree's nice and sharp, and we'll take a couple of, actually let's have a look at that now. Let's have a look at that shot. That looks pretty good actually, so I should get away. So what I'm going to do is, just to make sure, I think I'm just going to up the ISO to about 160, which means I can now up the shutter speed, looking at the Instagram, and 1/250th of a second. Now the other reason why I've done that is because the tree's that sharp, I can still see the end of the leaves, the end of the branches moving on the tree. It won't matter in this image, but if I zoom in I can see that. So I'm just getting that image now. I'm going to bracket the shot as well, so I'm just changing the shutter speed for different exposure, 1/500th of a second, so that's quite quick that is. And then we'll just up it a bit. Now what I'm going to wait for now is that light to it, to try and get the image. I've got this tree in the right third of the image, but I'm definitely going to clone it out. There's one or two trees and branches in the background which I'm going to get rid of as well. And then we'll try this long exposure if I've got the filters to do so. Got lovely dark skies to the left hand side, as if there's a shower on its way. Bright skies to the right, so it's constantly changing. We've got some nice like that. This wind that's creating the issues I've got, the challenges I've got to get over, especially with this long lens. Obviously I'm on about 135mm. Now if I do a long exposure and I'm struggling, what I will do is I'm going to get close to the tree and use a shorter lens, just to see if that works, because I can still get a nice image from the bottom of the field, and because I'm at the bottom of the field there's no wind there. The light is constantly changing. Oh, it's lovely at the minute. Lovely at the minute. I think I'm going to have to go portrait. So I want to get more of this. This is the dilemma I had last time. Put the tree bang in the middle. Wait for some good light. And off we go. So I put the tree bang in the middle of the image. You can see the wind blowing the grass. Now it's starting to get that little bit longer. But God, it looks really, really nice. like I say, what I'm going to do then is, while I'm waiting I'll show you, what I'm going to do then is, I'm going to try and capture that pathway running up there, and I'm going to merge the two images. Right, I've really lost the light now. The light has pretty much gone for a bit. There's the shower. Should have got my brolly out, my super brolly. Let's do it. Let's get my brolly out. What a bit of kit. What a bit of kit this is. I don't know if you can hear me. Probably going to be rubbish. I don't normally do brollies. Very windy as well. Let's do this. How about that? What's that for a brolly? Is that brolly or what? Well, that bit of wind put it to the test then. Oof. What I might do is get one of them. You can get a brolly clamp, can't you? I wonder if I could make one to go on the old tripod. But yeah, I don't do brollies. This is just extreme photography brolly, I think. And maybe for the missus when we're hiking. But yeah, it's a damn good brolly actually. Amazon, I'll put a link in or whatever. And the little bag it comes into makes into a little carry bag as well. So it's quite good actually. Might have to be a part 2 video, but I will show you how I edit the photos, I process them, and like I say, if this one doesn't work as a blended image, I'll show you how I done the one that I done the other day, which turned out extremely nice. Not sure if it's going to work, but until then, catch you guys soon. Thanks for coming, and I do really appreciate you viewing my channel. And I hope you really enjoy it. And so, until next time, I'll catch you guys really soon. Right, don't want to bore you with the details of Photoshop, but all I've done is either use the clone tool or the I forgot what the other one was. The clone or the spot healing tool. So I've removed everything that I want to. Took a little bit of time. Done that. Sent it back into Lightroom. And I'm just going to tweak it a little bit in Lightroom. Adjusting the highlights isn't really doing a lot there. I'm going to up the contrast a little bit. There we go. Now I want to bring a bit more detail out in the sky. I think this foreground is really good. So I'm just going to put a grad on there. We'll just
bring it down to the line somewhere there. So if we wanted, we could up the exposure, which it looks really dramatic. There's another way we can bring more detail out. We can up the DAs. We can do it that way, which looks quite nice. What you go watches is the grading within the DAs. But so I'm gonna do a little bit of both. I'm gonna do DAs. I'm gonna drop the exposure, and the next thing I'm gonna do is up the clarity, just to bring I want to really bring that detail out in the sky to make it really punchy. Now, I'm just wondering if the texture will help a little bit. So I'm really forcing it to bring the detail out in that sky. It's looking pretty damn nice, and I think you'll probably agree with me that it looks a lot better just as that lone single tree. I think that's a really nice image. So what we've done there, I'm just gonna probably just try and get a little bit more colour in the highlights. Now, since they've changed this part of the program, I don't use it so much, I don't like it as much, but I'm just going to see what happens. So this is just up in the highlights. I just feel as if I've lost control of what I'm doing, so I don't like it, so I'm just going to adjust that. Now the other thing I'm going to do, pick a radial filter. So I'm sort of going to give it a little bit of a vignette. So we'll obviously pick the tree, bring it right out there. We'll reset everything and then just drop the exposure slightly, like so, which really brings the detail out in the really draws your eye to the image, I should say. Good soft proof. I think that looks really nice. You really get that feel of the drama because you've got that sky behind, but you've also got this sun that's coming through, that's bursting through the field, which is what I wanted. What we could have done, what I meant to do, is if we just go back to the graduated filter, you can go back to it and adjust it. If you just click on the white dot, what I want to do is make sure I'm not affecting this tree as I would like. So if we go into luminosity, show luminosity mask, now it's obviously working on that tree as well, but if I drop the range, now it's gone dark. That's not, any of that adjustment is not adjusting the tree. So we've done that, we'll take that back. So that tree should look a little bit more lighter and brighter, which I do like. Oh, I like that. That's a nice image, that is. Oh, wow. The only other thing I'm going to do is just up the colour, the greens and the yellows and oranges a little bit, just to make it a little bit more punchy there. Oh, that's a nice image. Wow. What I love about it, what I think it sets it off for me, which is wanting to capture when I was there, is the shadow of the tree. Because you've got the sun coming from this side, the weather coming from this side, and that looks like a proper nice image. Good to catch up. It's not going to catch up. I'm just going to bring a little bit more texture out in the tree, and I think that's me done. So I'm just going to reset everything, just up the texture a little bit. I like the focal point to be nice and sharp. There we go. That is a super image. I love it. Absolutely love it.